Hey y'all. So I'm on my way to work, but I wanted to just talk about some things because I have 13 minutes. So let's see if I can do it. Um, I'm starting to really understand why people say don't tell anybody about your plans and what you have going on, etc., etc. Because y'all, you might think you could do something, but somebody else might think that they can't. So because they think that they can't, or they think it's unrealistic or something, that they're going to try to prevent you from doing it. And that's not to say that they want to see you fail, but that's just their own thing. If they feel like it's not a good answer, and they wouldn't necessarily make those decisions and those choices, so they feel like you shouldn't either. But that goes hand in hand with other people when you tell them what it is that you want to do or whatever, and they're always in support of everything. Like, yeah, go do that. Yeah, go do X, Y, and Z. Because there has to be a happy medium where it's like someone or a friend or a family member is advising you, but not necessarily trying to decide for you. And I haven't found that happy medium with anybody. Like, I want a happy medium of advising and seeing both sides of things without picking a side for me. And every time I tell somebody something that I'm thinking about doing, want to do, it's always, oh yeah, go do it. It'll be so great, blah, blah, blah. Or it's like, no, don't do it. That's not good. Like, you shouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. There's no like, oh, here are the things of why you could do it. Here are the things why you shouldn't do it. But ultimately, it's your decision. But they give me enough of both sides to be able to decide. And I feel like I'm that kind of person for people. I don't ever try to sway people one way or the other unless I know that it's a complete, like, bad danger zone. Like, whatever. If it's like, oh no, like, this is something really bad, then of course I'm going to guide them towards, oh, don't do it. But usually I don't ever, like, guide or mislead people in one direction or the other. I give them the truth and the facts of both sides, and they themselves can choose which direction that they should go. Because I feel like everybody should have a choice, you know? God gives us all a choice. So who am I to sit here and try to make a decision for somebody and try to lead them one way or lead them the other way? Again, unless it's dangerous, bad, they shouldn't be doing it. It's like a no-go, right? So for me, it's like my mom. Like, I believe everything that my mom says. If my mom says it, it's right. If my mom says it and somebody else says something else, you're wrong, because my mom, my mom and her, oh my gosh, my mom and her opinions and what she thinks ultimately outrule everybody else on the planet. I mean, except for God himself. God's like, nah, she's wrong. Be like, all right, respect. But if it's any person, no. So I just recently told my mom some plans, blah, blah, ideas that I had. She's like, no, you should wait. This is that and the third. But this is something that I really want to do, that I feel like I can do, that I feel like, you know, I can go for all the things, whatever. But she was like, oh no, you should wait. Hold on. You know, you're good where you're at. This is that and the third, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like thinking in my head, like, after that conversation, I was like, oh, you're right. Because mind you, when my mom tells me something, I'm like, oh, yep, you're right. You're right. I don't even think to question it because, like, she said it. And I mean, she has, like, the kind of life, career, money, all these things that I want. So it's like, in my head, it's like, duh, like, you know, okay. And she's a very smart person. She has doctorates, went to 2-3 different schools. Like, she just has all the credentials behind her. But, anyways, so yeah, like, she was like, oh no, don't. So I'm like, yeah, you're right, I don't think I should. But then I went upstairs and I'm like thinking in my head, like, but I really want to do this. Like, I really feel like I can do this. I really feel like this is the right choice for me. So then I was like at a kind of like a crossroads that are like, okay, well, should I or should I not? And I'm like, but she said not to. Like, I usually always listen to her, and usually it always turns out good. But it's like, but what about what you want to do? Like, and so I'm thinking, I'm like, if you feel like you can do something, all this is saying, if you feel like you can do something, if you feel like you should do something and it's right for you, then don't listen to what anybody else is saying about planting the seeds of doubt, because that's what people tend to do, because they themselves aren't either big dreamers, they don't have like high goals for themselves. Some people want a simple, basic life, and they'll be happy with that. They'll be happy with their daily jobs, driving to work, coming back home, sleeping and eating. That's all they got time for. And then just going back and do it again and repeating the cycle. And some people, that's all they know. Some people, that's all their parents did. Whatever. If you have dreams, goals, aspirations, I suggest you keep it to yourself. Unless you have a person in your life that can help you see both sides of what's good, what's bad, without making the choice for you. Because then on the other hand, I do actually have a friend group that did do this like yesterday, so I can't even lie. I do. Like, these girls, they listed out, okay, well, why is it that you feel this way? What makes you think that you want to do that? This, why, and the third. And okay, now do the other side. Like, okay, I mean, what's preventing you from doing that? What, blah, blah, blah. Like, I literally cried yesterday because I just love them so much and it's always the people that I guess you meet later on in life, because they're going to always, I've figured out they're going to always be the ones to do it for you, like literally, especially like faith, Christian girls. These 3 girls are like very rooted in that. And so they really helped me break down everything for the decision that I was trying to make. And I found out then, yeah, maybe I should. But then I told them what my mom told me, like, oh, I think I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And because I said it with confidence, they're like, oh, okay. Like, and they're like, okay, that makes sense. And they were just listing a bunch of other things. And I was like, did I just really repeat what my mom told me that I should do to them to make it seem like it was my idea? Like, and I caught myself and I did do that. And I was like, dang, like, why am I doing this? But it's like, is it because like I myself am unsure of something? And it's not that my mom does not believe in me. It's that this is what she would do if she was in her position. And the only way that somebody can advise you is putting themselves in your shoes. And I try to stay away from putting myself in their shoes because I'm not. And I don't have the same personality as other people do. I don't have the same skill set, mindset as other people do. So what I would do in their position might not be what they would want to do in their own position. So I try to see both sides and I advise them accordingly after giving them both sides and letting them make the choice. It's so important to let people choose for themselves. So if they choose this, they choose that, it's not your fault. You gave them 2 sides. And it's not even about being at fault, but it's about letting them think for themselves. They need to be able to think for themselves. Anyways, so yeah, these girls did help me. And they definitely made me feel better yesterday. Like, 'cause I was really going through it last night. And they really like stepped in. And they really did their big one. Like, truly. And so, yeah, but I say all this to say that if you want to do something, then you do it, okay? Don't listen to the naysayers and don't listen to the yay sayers too, because they just as much, just very much just, yeah, go do that, blah, blah, blah. But that's not affecting them to tell you to go do something. You gotta watch out and listen to people and exactly what they say and how they're advising you. Like, what's their reason? Like, you just can't trust people. That's what I'm saying. And I mean, I'm not saying I don't trust my mom or other friends that are close to me that have told me yes or no, just that. But I'm saying that it's not their intention. It's their thinking. Like I said, everybody's different. What works for somebody might not work for somebody else. So they're only speaking on their experience. So listen to people who give you advice on both sides, that have the pros and cons of one side, pros and cons of the other. They help you navigate and think through it, not just, oh, you want to do that? Oh, that's such a good idea. Oh yeah, this is that third. You do that, blah, blah, blah. Because it can feel like, it can be like supportive, yeah, but if it's a major decision, it shouldn't be go in. It shouldn't be that. It should be, okay, why? Okay, let's think. Okay, like, let's have a longer conversation than just ending it and just being yes or no. Those are the people that really care about you. Those are the people who take the time out of their day to really just sit there and just have a whole thing with you to try to make sure that you are thinking of everything and making the ultimate decision and the right choice for you and yourself, not for them or what they think or what they would do or what they wouldn't do, or, oh, you said it, so yeah, go ahead. Like, no, that's not right. I do not think that that's right. And we're in our early 20s. Well, I am 23. So I just want people around me that's that can really think, that can really lock in, you know? And I look for that in my female friendships very much so, because I am that friend. I am that friend that's going to sit there and spend hours making sure everything is all right. Like, that's going to go out of my way. That's going to, like, I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it takes. If I can do it, then I'm going to do it. If I can better assist, then I'm going to better assist. Yeah. And I'm going to do both sides. I'm not going to just do one side or the other. And I'm definitely not going to make a choice for a grown person for their life, because that's their life. But I'm going to try to see both sides of things. And if it's like, you know, there's other things, you know, there's other ways you can talk to and help people. But I just came to that realization. Like, I've always been told, like, hey, don't tell your business to people. Don't say X, Y, and Z to people, blah, blah, blah. I've always been told that. And I've always been like, okay, yeah, like, that makes sense. But I didn't quite get it until now. Like, I didn't quite understand until now. Okay. Like, everything is starting to click in, because I'm literally living it. I'm seeing it happen to me. Like, it's happening. So I'm like, and I'm catching myself. Like, I'm starting to become aware of these things. And the devotion that I read today literally talked about that. And I'm like, well, shoot, God, you are so right. Like, okay, I need to wake up. Like, what in the world? So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end this off by saying that if your dreams are too big, then go somewhere where you feel small. Okay. And I feel like that is something that I live by. If your dreams, if your aspirations, if your goals are too big, then go where you feel small. Because if your dreams are too big and the place that you're at is just too small, and this is like metaphorically, like, it could mean a place, but it can also mean people. It could also mean opportunities. It could also mean, yeah, what else could it mean? Other things, whatever. Anyways, but if your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, and what you feel like the plan for your life is, if it's just too small, then if it's just too big, then you have no choice but to go somewhere bigger. And that could mean, like, switching companies, switching cities, switching the people that you're around, you know, switching your thinking. It could mean all that. So just keep that in mind as you're moving forward, as we're navigating our 20s. Okay. So yeah, I think I might even start a new series, y'all, about just child navigating your 20s. Shoot, I'm struggling over here. I feel like other people are struggling too. So maybe this will be the first episode in navigating your 20s. Just figuring it out, hanging in there. Because there's a sound that's like, oh, I got, what's that sound? It's like, girl, I don't know, just figure it out. I don't got nothing for just figure it out. Because, like, for real. But I feel like it still needs to be spoken on, or when I come to a realization, I'm just gonna share it. Like, and I was just really led to just share that with y'all because of my devotion. So just stay strong, y'all. We got it. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna get through it together. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe and vibe. Stay tuned for more, because I got a lot to figure out, and I'm sure everybody else does too, so I'm not alone. And subscribe and vibe. If you made it to the end of the video, I'm gonna drop an emoji somewhere over here. And yeah, drop that. Remember, I love ya. God loves you. Bye.